A federal judge temporarily blocking the Trump administration from deporting potentially hundreds of Guatemalan children, some just moments away from departure, already boarding on planes until a judge stepped in. Here's ABC's Selena Wang.
Tonight, a group of Guatemalan children trapped in legal limbo as their legal advocates race to stop their deportation. They argue the Trump administration violated their rights to due process and ignored protections for children who cross the border alone. A federal judge stepping in, grounding those flights with children already boarded, ordering the government to stop any effort to transfer, repatriate, remove, or otherwise facilitate the transport of those children. During an emergency hearing, the Trump administration insisting it was acting at Guatemala's request to remove the more than 600 children to reunify with their parents. But the judge skeptical, saying conflicting narratives from both sides leave it unclear if those children could face harm upon their return. It's just the latest controversy in President Trump's sweeping immigration crackdown. Officials telling ABC News the administration plans to surge immigration enforcement operations in Chicago as early as this week. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem vowing to target the worst of the worst.
We've already had ongoing operations with ICE in Chicago and throughout Illinois and other states, making sure that we're upholding our laws. But we do intend to add more resources to those operations.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson signing an executive order to resist federal involvement.
We will not have our police officers, who are working hard every single day to drive down crime, deputized to do traffic stops and checkpoints for the president.
The order says Chicago police will not collaborate with federal agents on civil immigration enforcement and urges federal law enforcement to remain uniformed and unmasked. Chicago isn't the only city bracing for an increased federal law enforcement presence. Boston now also preparing for a potential surge.
Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law.
And in Alabama, Republican Congressman Barry Moore heckled after declaring non-citizens are not protected by due process.
So due process for a citizen and a non-citizen are different.
False. False. Lies.
And controversy around the Epstein files is expected to consume Congress when they return. There's a bipartisan effort to force a vote on the House floor to release those files. But the most urgent task for lawmakers is avoiding a government shutdown. That deadline is October 1st, and the clock is ticking. Selena Wang, ABC News, the White House.